Hello and welcome to the Prime Power Box webinar. My name is Mark Sansom and I'm going to introduce you to a couple people tonight to show you exactly how this unit has been helping electricians, HVAC contractors, solar companies, even roofing and window companies. Energy efficient products. Well, one of the guys on this webinar tonight, he's been in the industry for 30 years. He's done radio across the nation. Quality leads to contractors with an 86% better closing rate. But we're going to show you a product that's even been doing better than that, and that's why he endorsed it and became part of the company, because this is something so unique and so powerful that every customer wants it, which means that it's going to help you close all your present jobs. It's going to help you close all your future jobs. It's going to help you be able to get in the door for appointments easier, and it's also going to show you a way to go back to everybody you've already installed work with in the past and go back and show them this unit and sell it. And we're also going to show you a way where we'll sell it for you. We've got systems in place that can contact those people on autopilot and basically make sales for you. The good thing about this is that you're going to be able to add an extra $700 to $1,000 to your bottom line for every unit used. And the price point for the customer to get this is extremely low. So profit margin is great. The price is low. They don't need special financing to get it. They could just buy this thing with a check, credit card, or cash. It costs very inexpensive. So we have a full retail price of $17.95, but you can sell them at $12.95 and still add that kind of money to your bottom line. We're going to show you what this thing does for the homeowner. The end user benefits greatly from using this on their house. The contractor does as well too. You know, when you install solar on a home or any electrical device, it creates EMFs. And a lot of contractors don't even know this, that the panels running from DC to AC into the house through the inverter creates even dirtier electricity. We're going to show you how to clean up that problem. We're going to show you how your inverters and all your appliances and everything last longer, so that makes it more secure with your warranties, and it also helps on a lot of health issues. And then we'll also have someone in the industry that knows a lot about dirty electricity and EMF too. The first person I'm going to introduce to you is Mark Bowen. He does the Get It Right Solar Show. His name has been coined as the trusted voice of solar. He educates customers across the nation. He's been able to get 86% higher closing rates for all of his contractors. That's why they use him, and that's why they call him the trusted voice of solar. And Mark, with no further delay, take her away.
Yeah, thanks, Mark, for that introduction. I appreciate it. Folks, my name is Mark Bowen, and I'm the trusted voice of solar. I've done radio shows across the nation for solar companies. And when it comes down to whether you're a solar company, an air conditioning company, an electrical company, it all comes down to cost per acquisition of a customer. That's what really breaks the industry, is when people have to pay too much to get a customer. And we believe that the Prime Power Box is a game changer. If you're in the service industry at all, if you're a solar contractor, it can work for you. What I like about it is it separates you from the competition. You're going to learn more in the next segment from my friend Nick. Man, he's a real expert when it comes to EMF. So I won't drill down too deep on those details, but there's a lot going on with EMF, and the people that are aware of it, they will buy this Prime Power Box from your company. They already know about it, and they'll lead you into more sales too with the people that they know. What I like about this box is it separates you from your competition, because nobody else in your area is probably marketing it. So it's a great device for that, opening up doors. If you're a solar contractor, people are really tired of hearing about solar. You tried to separate, with different products or this or that, and really the homeowner just got kind of information overload. And really this box separates, and I have contractors that are getting jobs away from other solar contractors because they install one of these on every job that they install. And so it becomes a total win-win for the customer, because it cleans up the EMF, it extends the life of their appliances, the power isn't as dirty anymore, and the inverter will last longer. So it's a great product for that, separating yourself from the competition. But also, it will open up more doors for you. It's a better conversation talking about the Prime Power Box and its benefits than just going in there and talking energy savings. Also with this product, it'll open up doors that you didn't have before. Any turn downs that you've had before, people that did not qualify for the investment tax credit, people that had a credit issue, maybe people that had a tree in their yard, or other reasons for not going solar. Maybe they lived in a mobile home, maybe they lived in a modular home. They're missing out on energy savings. And with this device that retails at a very low price, you can sell it for higher, but we have contractors making around $1,000 with an install, retailing it for, say, $1,299. And at that price, any person out there, a homeowner, they could put this on their credit card and they don't have to finance, a $30,000 solar project. So it's a great product to be able to sell to anybody in your database, including those that already went solar. But obviously, you can have a lot more turn downs, and now you have an item that you can sell to them. I have a contractor I just visited with yesterday. When they're dialing for dollars, looking for solar clients, and calling through just data, if somebody hasn't gone solar, or if they've already gone solar, they try and sell them something else. He said this would be a great product for that. So that's what I see is open up your database. You're going to make $1,000, let's say, per customer. We have people that are little guys that are selling one of these a day. What does that look like? If they're moving 30 of them a month, $30,000 a month, that's a third of $1,000,000 in a year, just moving one a day, 30 days a month. But then if you're an air conditioning contractor, let's say, and you're doing service work, and you're in literally some cases hundreds of homes a week, what would it look like? Say you're in 100 homes a week, and only 10% of those homes said they were interested in a Prime Power Box. All you're going to do is have a little test kit in there for your expert that's in the home doing service work. They'd run a little test for EMF. They would leave them with the results, maybe a little pamphlet to study up on EMF, and then you see if your phone rings with people that are wanting to help you net $1,000 per install. What if that happened, and what out of those 100 homes a week that you were in, 10 people were buying one of these boxes? What would that look like to you? Extra $10,000 a week, extra $500,000 a year. You're already in the home. You didn't have to look for a new client. And that's what we see is bottom lines are going to be increased. The box is a great standalone, but if you're already in the home, you could add it to a service call. You could add it to an installation of product, and it still works. And what a win-win for the consumer. It's going to extend the life of his appliances. It's going to impact the EMF, and you're going to learn more about that in the next segment with my friend Nick. And also, it's going to save them money every month. So in essence, what's not to like? You're selling something that's good to the homeowner, protecting them in some ways from the smart meter, from harmful EMF, and saving them money. So it pays for itself. What's not to like about that? Not many times you can claim that when you sell a product to a homeowner. So I like it from that aspect. There's a win-win-win. There's a win for you as the contractor because you're separating yourself from the competition and you're helping your customers in a way that others aren't. And you're also going to help them save money. And what a win-win for the homeowner. They're going to save money, but they're also going to have a more, I call it healthy home, let's say, as they protect their family at some levels from harmful EMF. And you're going to learn more about that in the next segment. So what I say is increase your bottom line as a contractor. You can use the product as a standalone or add it to something you're already selling, like solar, like an AC installation, all those kind of items. But also, it's something that your entire database could utilize. And we're looking to partner with air conditioning companies, solar companies, electrical contractors. The big one is people that go in and are doing energy audits in the home. They're calling us and saying, this is a perfect fit. We're already in the home doing energy audits, and we would just like to add this to our auditing. We're going to do tests for EMF, And if they're interested in one of these boxes, it's another profit center for our company. So at the end of the webinar today, there's some great specials that can be offered to you. We want to team up with you to help you get voice drops to reach out to your existing database in your behalf once you've signed up and are ordering boxes, to help your entire customer base want to order this product, that this is going to be a game changer in the industry. Thanks a lot for tuning in today, and get ready to listen to Nick now tell you a little bit about EMF and how Prime Power Box is going to impact that. Thank you. Take it away, Nick.
Thanks for the intro, Mark. Essentially, my name's Nick, and I'm going to be informing you about EMFs, some statistics, some studies, and just giving you a brief rundown. So previously you heard that EMFs are electromagnetic fields, which are also known as electromagnetic radiation. This electromagnetic radiation is emitted from power outlets, microwaves, home appliances, and more. They're a result of movement of electrons or current through a wire. What creates the field is the voltage of electricity, which is the pressure that the electrons are being pushed with. It is comparable to water in a hose. The more pressure, the faster they flow. As the voltage increases, the higher the strength will be of the electromagnetic field. The field created by the electricity flowing is strongest at the source of where it is flowing, and the strength is decreased with distance from the source. We can break these EMFs down into two different types, high frequency and low frequency. High frequency EMFs are ionizing and are produced by X-rays, gamma rays, and UV rays. This type of radiation is fast acting when it comes to harming cells and DNA within your body. Then we have low frequency EMFs that are produced by electrical appliances, outlets, and anything that has electricity flow through in your home. These waves are known to cause more problems over time because of our frequent exposure to them. There have been many studies researching the harmful effects of low frequency EMFs because of the well-established information on harmful effects caused by high frequency EMFs. For example, it's well known that too many X-rays in a short period of time have been a known perpetrator of causing increased cancer risk, vomiting, bleeding, hair loss, etc. There have been several studies that show the relationship between exposure to low frequency EMFs and increased childhood leukemia risk. A pooled analysis of 9 studies reported a twofold increase in the risk of childhood leukemia with exposure to 0.4 microtesla or higher. A meta-analysis of 15 studies observed a 1.7-fold increase in childhood leukemia among children with exposure to 0.3 microtesla or higher. Another pooled analysis of 7 studies reported a 1.4-fold increase in childhood leukemia among children with exposures of 0.3 microtesla or higher. These studies and analyses were performed by the NCBI, the National Center of Biotechnology Information, and WHO, the World Health Organization. Increased cancer risk is not the only problem caused by high levels of EMFs in our homes, but they may also cause insomnia, anxiety, depression, brain fog, dizziness, frequent illness, HPA axis dysfunction, and hormone imbalances. Many of these problems can be directly linked to a reaction in the brain caused by exposures to EMFs. For example, insomnia is many times a result of a reduction in melatonin production caused by EMFs being perceived as light by the pineal gland in the brain. There are studies on the page below to show the connection of all these problems. After seeing these studies, the next question is, how much EMF is in my home? The average level of EMF that we've seen around our electrical sockets is 4 microtesla, which is approximately 1,000% or 10 times higher than what is concluded to increase childhood leukemia by twofold. Most of the time, there is an electrical socket within feet of your bed, causing you to lie in a high EMF zone for a long period of time daily. Now we're going to watch a quick video on how smart meters, solar panels, and other devices generate dirty electricity in your home.
Have a look at inverter systems for solar power systems. This particular inverter system is producing power into the grid right now, and we actually have almost 800 watts going into the grid through this inverter right now. And what that does is it actually deforms the magnetic field. And here we have a meter was set on 0 to 100 milligauss on the magnetic range. And we can see that we actually have about 3 milligauss in this area right now. So let's see what happens when we approach the system. So we can see that when we get near to the system, the field starts to go up. And not only does it start to go up, but it starts to get this really weird flickering on the field. So that means the fields are pulsating. And it's been very well established that pulsating fields are very, very harmful to human health, and particularly human mental health. And these are very high-powered pulsating magnetic fields that you find around these systems.
The majority of homeowners don't realize that their property is constantly under electrical assault. As you well know, major power surges occur all over the country on a regular basis. These power spikes enter your home constantly, not just through storms, but as a result of motor malfunctions, plant fluctuations, and static buildup. And even when it's not surging, the raw power you receive from your electrical company consistently degrades each year. And this dirty power is doing battle with your home environment, reducing the performance of your electronics, generating surplus heat, and harmful EMF radiation, the negative effects of which are well documented by health professionals. Your fridge, your television, your computer, your stereo. Every electronic device and appliance in your home is using up more power per second than is necessary for them to function, causing you to pay more each year for consistently dirtier power. The average home's power pollution is such a mess that it's all too easy to turn a blind eye and suffer the consequences, month after month, day in and day out. Fortunately, even a problem with this many parts can have one simple solution.
Now that I've given you a brief rundown about EMFs, some stats, and some analyses, it's back to Mark. So, without further ado, back to you, Mark.
Got an amazing guy right now I'm introducing you to, B.D. Erickson. This guy's amazing. He's been in the energy savings field for years. He knows more about Prime Power Box than anybody out there. And on top of that, he's a solar contractor. B.D., how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks.
Just a few questions for you, putting this webinar together, reaching out to folks and getting a little educated when it comes to Prime Power Box. Why would a contractor, BD, why would a contractor want to carry the Prime Power Box, and why would this be an advantage to them in their business?
Short answer is because customers want it. We sell thousands of units. History and life have a way to drive popular culture and drive the products that we buy. Candidly, two things. Number one, 20, 30 years ago, you wouldn't have necessarily needed a Prime Power Box. They wouldn't have been as effective. The way that we use energy, our lives, the way that energy prices have gone, have driven culture a little bit. What do I mean by that? Well, think about Blockbuster. I'm in my 40s, and I remember as a kid, on a weekend, the plan was always to go to Blockbuster, rent a couple of videos, post up at a friend's house, and really, throw popcorn at each other and stuff while you had that movie playing in the background. And that was part of our popular culture. Netflix and those guys reached out and said, hey, we have a digital delivery system. We'd really like to talk to you about using your great name of Blockbuster. You've got one on every major corner, maybe 5 of them in every decent-sized city of America. We'd like to use your great name and our digital delivery system to change the market. We know that Blockbuster said no, and they're gone. And Netflix now has a market cap of some multi-billion-dollar valuation. Something just changed, and now none of us go to the rental store anymore. We all watch digital delivery. Well, what happened in the rest of our world? Well, we all grew up with the incandescent light bulb that Edison invented some 120 years ago. Well, then it was for a very short time, CFL, compact fluorescent, the curly Q lamp, and now it's the LED. Also, we have all these tech devices. I mean, when I was growing up as a kid, 2 things were different. Number one, a phone was connected. It was either a pay phone on the side of a building or it was a phone in your house. And cars had antennas. And we know that phones haven't been connected and cars having antennas now in some 30 years. Our life is just changing. And some things have resulted from that. Number one, dirty electricity. Dirty electricity is a real thing. It's measurable beyond contestation, and it has a negative effect on the biological. What's that mean? Well, where I live, I have a nice property in Montana, and the lower acreage of my property has huge power lines going up over Blue Mountain. It's beautiful, except for those rotten power lines. And I got to tell you, in the 20 years I've lived there, I've never mowed under those power lines. I don't have to mow. It's dead. The grass is gone. It's brown. There's some yellow grass on the edges. It's not healthy grass, Mark. It's not bushy grass. It's gone. Marigold, Dairygold, these huge dairy corporations. Dairy is a billion, possibly $1 trillion industry worldwide. If you think about milk, ice cream is delicious, sour cream, cottage cheese, butter, regular cheese, I mean, you name it. And it is well documented from the giants like Marigold and Dairygold, all the way down to the wonderful Hooterite families that live in western Montana where I do, that dairy cows' milk production, the quantity, the quality, is drastically impacted by dirty electricity. It has an effect on people. And the way we use power now are tech devices, which are direct current, the way we light with LEDs, etc., and now moving to solar, we have added a compounding astronomical amount of dirty electricity to the grid. So dirty electricity is more prevalent now than ever in human history, and electricity prices are higher now than ever in human history, and natural resources continue to dwindle as populations grow, and they're shutting down the coal-fired plants, which, you know what, they probably should, but where are we going to get that power from? How will that power be generated? So customers are calling out for ways that they can, have an impact on stopping global warming or have an impact on, lessening their personal impact on the planet. People always want to save money. Who doesn't want to save money? Right now, a lot of the electricity that you buy simply converted into heat. It's non-working power. It has harmonics. It has distortion. What's that mean? It means that sometimes when you charge your phone, it gets really warm. Like unusually warm, Mark, and you don't have to be an engineer to know that's not right. Something's abnormal. Well, right then you're spending more money making your phone hot than you are charging it. And let me ask you this, is that good for it? Oh, well, certainly not. So you notice that the back of your freezer is exceedingly warm. You notice that the back of your fridge is exceedingly warm. Are you spending money making your fridge cold? Or are you spending your money making it warm? And so now that people know, hey, this dirty electricity is definitely harmful for plants and animals, therefore probably my family, I would love to do my part to go green, but you know what? I'm on a budget. I also need to save money. This product addresses all of those in one unique package that's reasonably easy to explain, certainly easy to install, has some nice margins, and is effective for the customer. And when you market it, Mark, you don't just stand behind it yourself. You've got an American company that stands behind you as well. So I think that any time you can have a product that customers want, it serves you well to expand your product line.
Has this product been tested and proven, and how many units do you have installed, BD? And I was just wondering, and you've installed, obviously, a few of them, but is it proven, and what's in the units?
That's a multifaceted question, so let me bite it off in chunks. First of all, we've been incorporated as USA since 2008. In June, we're about to begin our 12th year. We're a 5-star company, and anybody that's been in business knows that it's exceedingly hard to keep your A-plus rating, which we have, and your 5-star rating over decades. And that's not something that can be faked. You might be able to fool some of the people some of the time, for sure, but when you're a company as old as ours, the only way that you keep your 5-star rating and your A-plus is by having a corporate culture of doing the right thing, a corporate culture of building a good product, a corporate culture of taking care of the customer. And the customer isn't always right, and sometimes just weird things happen. And so as a company, you have to already decided before issue arises how you're going to handle that. And so after 12 years, if you check us out online, our Better Business Bureau rating, our Dun & Bradstreet score, then you will know beyond contestation we've got a culture here of doing the right thing. The products are made in Missoula, Montana. Our enclosures, for example, are polycarbonate. Well, what's that? It's really the finest plastic on the planet. Every jet windshield is made of polycarbonate. It's exceedingly strong. It's very robust, but can also be recycled. It's something that we can reuse because we're conscious of that. Our brass inserts and stainless screws come from Ford Motor Company's screw division in Dearborn, Michigan. We take a tremendous amount of pride. 1/8 of the world's copper came from a mine in Montana, and so of course we use Montana copper wire harnesses. Over the decade that our company spans, we sold approximately 50,000 of Generation 1, and we're at about 35,000 generation 2. I would say about 15,000 plug-in units and about 20,000 wire-in units. So, Mark, we've got about 85,000 of these units installed. And again, not to be repetitive, nobody likes that, but if you've been selling 85,000 of something over the last 12 years, and you have a 5-star review and thousands of testimonials, certainly the product does what we claim. And not everyone's result is the same. It's certainly not all things to all people, but we know what the product does because we know what we designed it to do. And yes, it has been rigorously third-party tested. We actually have 7 UL listings. We have CSA, FCC, and CE. And the product has a fine reputation, not just from third-party labs, but from consumers, from moms and dads and people that have used the product and had them. And we've got customers that have had the Generation 1 product for over 10 years and are still saving on their bill to this day.
Oh, that's awesome. So I just got a question for you. Moving into the future, there's a lot of things where they come and they go. And you think this product is going to be more popular in the future as people get more educated about EMF?
I don't think there's any way to contest that. We've seen rapid growth over the last 2 years as, dirty electricity, electromagnetic fields, the ill health effects, they were really kind of pseudoscience for a long time. I mean, let's face it, we got accused of wearing the foil hats for some time. And I always tell people, we never designed the product for your dairy cow or human health. We designed the product because we want your TV picture to be clear and your audio sound to be crisp. We wanted your cell phone to charge cool and charge fast, last a long time, help your air conditioner make really cold air on those hot summer days and last a long time while impacting your power bill, because we all feel the crunch of the financial times that we live in. It was later that we really realized that while we knew it was bad for your cell phone and we could prove it, and we knew it was bad for your TV and we could prove it, being bad for the biological and being bad for the human only recently moved from pseudoscience into well-proven science. And so as more and more people realize that, how many millions of people have solar panels that now know they need a prime power box, or it's just coming into their sphere? How many people use LED lights? I'm sorry, light-emitting diode, it's DC, it's strobing, it clips the wave, I won't get technical, but it adds dirty electricity. And most people don't have one light bulb. Mark, the Department of Energy says you have 53 some odd light bulbs in your house in various shapes and sizes. We all have these DC devices. So the short answer is this is just the beginning. Dirty electricity is going to become more and more prevalent. Social consciousness and popular culture are making people more aware. And which way are energy prices going, Mark? Which way have they gone for 113 years straight?
Only not going down, are they?
They don't go down, baby. That's right.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, BD. That was great. Fantastic information. And thank you for being with us today. I'm sure all the contractors on the call today and that are on the webinar got a lot of great information. And we're grateful for you being on the call. Thank you very much.
That was my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Talk to you soon. Thanks, BD.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Okay, well, thank you guys. I'm going to quickly jump back in here and wrap this up for you contractors that have stuck around for the rest of the webinar. We've got some bonuses for you. First, I want to thank Nick and BD and Mark Bowen for getting on this call with us. I think if you sat around to the end of this webinar, you can see right now that this has a ton of value to it. And in those bonuses, I'm going to be able to set you up with one of the fastest growing directories out there. And we're going to upgrade your account for free with the $2,500 value, brand it to you, help you with your reputation, and get you more business. We also have a branded video for your company with your logo, your information. All you have to do is click the button. There's a button down there below this video. You can just go ahead and answer about 3 quick questions, set an appointment. Either Mark or I or somebody can talk to you. But we want to help you build your business. And I think if you've seen the value in this box, you'll see that you can sell to your past list. You can take your turn downs and turn them into new customers. You can add a new product to your older customers and plus present and future customers. we're having contractors that are getting upwards of $5,000 worth of marketing for free. They're building a reputation, they're ranking better in Google, they're lowering their cost per acquisition, they're tripling, quadrupling the amount of leads they get, and they're picking up a lot more revenue with this box at the same time, and it's costing them nothing. So to learn more about that, click the orange button or the green button below this video, and we'll get with you ASAP to help you understand more on how we can build your business for you and how you can move these boxes, 10x your business and double the revenue that's coming in right now from your turndowns, and set you up with that free video and that free account. Thanks again for your time, and we'll catch you on the inside. Have a great day.